Hello, my friend. Welcome. This is your official invitation to join me for the shamanic journey to sacred sexuality. This is going to be a 12-week group course where together we are going to be journeying through the portals, the gates of the womb to invite and embody divine sexual energy. Allow your life force, your sexual energy as your life force to fully live and be expressed through your body. We are going to be following the path of the womb and working with the mandalas or the medicine wheel of the womb to open all the different facets and corners of the womb space of the yoni. And together, when we open these portals of the womb, we open our womb to her fullest ability to express and channel life force energy. And when we can fully express and channel life force energy through our womb space, through our life force, through our sexual energy, life force energy is sexual energy, we unlock our ability to fully tap into our divine, sacred connection to source. And that's what this course is about. It's about reconnecting, reclaiming your divine connection to source through and via your sexuality. Our sexuality is so, so powerful. And for so many women, it's also pushed away. It's how we're taught most often. It's how we are socialized to push away our sexuality. Or if we are not taught, if we maybe we're taught to push it away, but then if you reject pushing it away, often the opposite of pushing it away is to express sexual energy in ways that are exploitative, where we are giving of our sexual energy, trying to prove our worth, as opposed to sitting back into the divine portal and potential and connection of our sexual energy, and how our sexual energy, our womb, is a direct portal and connection to God, Goddess, universe. This is also a journey of relationship. Creating a relationship with true divine sexuality, creating a true relationship, creating right relationship with your sexuality involves creating a right relationship with yourself, with your body, with the world, with everyone around you. We cannot do this work without looking at relationship. And so there is going to be so much invitation and so much journeying with relationship in this course as well. Understanding, working with, embodying sexuality, my sexual energy, has been the ultimate catalyst for me in understanding where I show up and why I show up in relationship in the way I do, and how to shift the ways I show up in relationship into ways that are better, into ways that allow me to have the relationships I want to have more easily and more lovingly and more like just smoothly. That's the word, smoothly, easefully. And so I'm going to be bringing relationship deeply into this container, because to embody and live within your sexuality, within your divine sexuality, first you create a relationship with yourself. That's our first step, creating a relationship with yourself, with your body, with your pussy, with your womb, coming into a right relationship with your own divine being. Our bodies are the channel for divine energy in this life. We have to come into right relationship with the body first. And then we work with channeling that right relationship with the body into the relationships in your life, whether it is with an intimate partner, whether it is with friends, family, business, whatever it might be, anything that you are doing, you are in relationship with. You are in relationship with everyone in your life. You're in relationship with every idea you have in your life. Like everything we do in life, we are in relationship with. And our sacred sexuality, when we are embodied and in right relationship with our sacred sexuality, with the divine energy that we channel through our bodies, with that divine energy that is at home between your legs and within your heart and within your belly, when you are at home and in right relationship with that energy, then that translates to all of the rest of the relationships in your life. One of the biggest teachings from sacred sexuality work that I've learned over the years is that if I'm not in right relationship with my body, I won't be in right relationship with anything or anyone else. Our sacred sexuality is our creative life force energy. If we are not in right relationship with our sacred sexuality, we're not going to be creating the way we want to be. You might still be creating. I mean, you are still creating. You're human. You're alive. That is creation. But to create from this place of deep aliveness, kind of creations that change the world, that starts from within. That starts from the womb. That starts from the pussy. That starts from sexual energy. It is the energy that creates all of us. Each of us were created because of sexual energy. And everything that we create in life becomes more and more powerful when we can create it from a place of that deep, beautiful relationship with our own sexual energy. There is so much shame and conditioning and fear that women are taught around their sexuality. And there might be a lot of fear and uncertainty that you feel in this world right now around your sexuality. Like, oh, I don't know if it's safe. For so many years, women's sexuality has been suppressed. Thousands of years, really. Women's sexuality has been suppressed because it's so powerful. That's the reason that religious dogmas, for example, suppress sexuality so much in women, have so many rules and controls over it. Because if you suppress women's sexuality, you suppress the power of the feminine. So reclaiming your sexual power is reclaiming your feminine power, which is reclaiming your ability to change the world. We don't change the world externally at first. We have to start internally. We can't change the world if we are trying to change the world from a place of fear, anger, hate, or shame, or guilt, all these things that might be clouding your sexual energy, your ability to connect. We change the world from a place of love and unity and right relationship with ourselves and with everyone around us. When we can learn to see everyone around us as divine, no matter what, that's where we can change the world. Because when we treat every single person we see as divine, because we are treating ourselves as divine, we see the divinity in ourselves. And if you see the divinity in yourself, how can you not see the divinity in every other human around you? And sexuality is the seat of our divinity, because it's our seat of creation, right? If you are so connected into that divine, and you can see it in yourself and everybody else, that's where we change the world from. That's what this is about. This is about so many things. The journey to sacred sexuality is about so much. It's about relationship. It's about reclaiming your connection to your body. It's about reclaiming your pleasure. It's about reclaiming your pussy and your womb and your ability to create the life that you want to create for yourself, because it starts in the womb. It starts in your sacred sexuality. It starts in your feminine. It's about reclaiming the feminine. It's about reclaiming your divine self, your connection to the divine. I hope you can feel that. I hope you can feel the potency of what this is. This is about learning how to dance with the shadows and the light of sexuality. Because when you start working with your sacred sexuality, first, what will likely come up are the shadows. And that's where we will start in this group program. We will start with the shadows, and every gate, every portal of the womb that we work with, we will work first with what shadows show up here, so that we can see through the shadows into the light. And there are a lot of shadows that have been placed on feminine sexuality and on the divine connection to source that the feminine holds in her womb. When we work through our shadows, when we see the shadows, when we face them with love, and that's what this is about. This is not about facing the shadows with a sword and with armor. This is about looking at the shadows, facing the shadows around sacred sexuality, whether they're from you or your ancestry or from things you've experienced from the collective, facing the shadows with love. We transcend and transmute shadows when we look at them with love. When you can look at that shadow that is held in your pussy or in your womb with so much love that it just aligns. And it really does. That really is what happens. And so we will be doing that work. And then we will be doing the work after we unwind the shadows. We will be doing the work to connect into that divine, sacred, cosmic portal energy that exists within every single human, within every single womb, within every single pussy. We will be talking about how to tap into your true sexual energy, your true sexual desires, your true sexual expression. And first and foremost, how you tap into that for yourself. And then there will be teachings on tapping into that sacred sexuality within partnership. And if you're in partnership, amazing, beautiful. You can put it, bring it forward into your partnership right now. If you're not in partnership, every single thing that we will talk about in connection to sacred sexuality and partnership, first, you can just work with it with yourself, with your partnership with yourself. And then you embody it. And if you ever want to bring it into partnership, you can. You don't have to be partnered to do this course. In fact, even if you are partnered doing this course, my recommendations are always going to be, when you are working on unlocking your sacred sexuality, is that you start just with yourself first. You practice this by yourself. You take time to do this work, do the homework. Homework, it's home play, as it were, because it will be fun, most of it, to do it for yourself, by yourself first. Because reconnecting to your sacred sexuality starts, again, by reconnecting to yourself and your body. And we do that first and foremost by just reclaiming all parts of ourselves and our bodies for ourselves and just listening. What does the body need? What do I need to do to listen to my body better and connect to her better? And that is so much easier to do when we are not bringing in another person to our experience. So just in case you were worried that you can't do this if you don't have a partner, actually, all of the practices really start with yourself. And then later you bring them into partnership when you are seated in your divinity. Beautiful. I keep on feeling I have to sit and breathe for a second, because there's so much potency and energy in this transmission. It's like moving through my body. I hope maybe you're feeling that too. Who is this work for? It's literally for everyone. This is an offering of change. When you take part in reclaiming your sacred sexuality, you are taking part in changing the world. I know that sounds huge and like a big claim, but like I said a few minutes ago, I think at this point, we can't change the world until we change ourselves, until we heal our broken relationship with divinity, which that's again how we're raised. We are socialized to feel disconnected and broken from divinity. And that is one of the greatest fears of humanity, is that we are, of the psyche, of the soul, is that we are disconnected from the divine, from God or goddess, and we are in this body. And we are not. We're not. And the way that we reconnect is through our sacred sexuality, because that is our path and our portal to divinity. So who is this for? This is for anyone and everyone. This is a course, a portal for women at this time, because we're going to be working with the womb. If you don't have a womb, if you have had a hysterectomy or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. You can still do this work energetically. Your womb is still there in your body. This is for anyone who is ready to create relationship with their body, and that is going to involve touching your body. This is not just mindset journey work. There is a huge spiritual component. This is shamanic work, but shamanic work is embodied. So a lot of the home play, homework practices will involve touching your body, touching your pussy, touching your stomach. connecting into your sexuality. And those practices are really important to embody this work. So you don't have to be fully comfortable with that, but you have to be open to doing that, because that's where you're going to get the most out of this. So this is for anyone who is ready to create relationship with their body and work through any fears or discomfort with the idea of touching their body, touching the pussy, touching the womb, putting a finger inside yourself, for example. Totally fine to be scared of it. All I need for you, if you join this program, is for you to be open to starting to build that relationship and working through it. And I'm here to support you and help you in getting more and more comfortable with that work. This program also, because of the body work parts, if you have an IUD, this is not going to be a great fit for you, because I am going to be asking you, as we get deeper into the program, to work internally, to touch your cervix, to connect into your vagina, whether it's with a finger or a wand or whatever. And we don't want to dislodge an IUD. We also are going to be talking about the cycles of the womb, the menstrual cycle, and all the phases of the menstrual cycle. And so being on hormonal birth control that suppresses the cycles of the womb is not ideal. It is something that you can still join. I will be giving ways that you can start connecting into the cycles of the womb, even if you are not cycling and ovulating because of hormonal birth control. However, there's a even deeper connection to the womb that we can build, and to sexuality we can build when your body is cycling naturally. So that is just you absolutely can do this work on hormonal birth control. This work might really make you feel like, oh, I actually want to let my body cycle naturally again. But there will just that warning that there will be things that we talk about that, like the cycles, that your body is not going to fully be able to connect into if you are on hormonal birth control. You also can do this work if you are menopausal. That's absolutely fine. Like I said, I will be talking about ways to connect into the cycle that are not, that you can connect into the cycles of the womb if you are no longer cycling, for example. This program is for women who are ready to reconnect to their sacred sexuality and to the divinity within and around them. This is for the women who are ready to be in loving relationship with themselves and with others and with the world. This is for the women who are ready to come into loving relationship with the intention of healing themselves and healing the world. In this world we're in right now, we are so divided in this world. There's so much division. We start healing that division by healing the division within ourselves, and then bringing that forward into the world and how we walk through the world. When you are divided in yourself, you walk through the world divided. When you are in union with yourself, you walk through the world spreading that union to the world. That is, so sorry, that was a loud noise. When you walk through the world in union with yourself, you spread that union through the world as you walk. We are starting this program at the beginning of December. We will be meeting Tuesday evenings. That is the tentative plan. When the group assembles, I will pick the final time on Tuesday evenings so that we can make sure that it works for everybody as well as possible. All calls will be recorded. These will be live Zoom calls. They'll be 90 minutes to 2 hours. There will be 10 Zoom calls. There will be 2 weeks off at the end of December because of the holidays. So there'll be 2 weeks off around Christmas and New Year's, because it is generally the most difficult time to get together anyway. So 12-week course, 10 weeks of calls, 2 weeks off. Replays for every call will be available or within a course platform on Thinkific. You will have lifetime access to every replay. So even if you can't make some calls, that's absolutely fine. You'll be able to watch all of them recorded, and we will have a Telegram group where we will be able to connect in and talk and check in between sessions. And I will be giving you homework and extra resources throughout the course, depending on what is needed and what practices I want you to work with between calls. Okay. I think the last thing I want to add in here too is that this is a safe place for anyone who has trauma around the womb and around sexuality. That is a huge part of the work I do. I work with a lot of women on healing trauma within the womb and sexuality. And this work is how I've healed myself from sexual trauma, from multiple instances of sexual trauma. This is how I've healed myself, is connecting into my sacred sexuality and reconnecting into my body and creating a right relationship with myself so that I am in such deep relationship with myself, nothing can ever shake that again. This work is such a huge part of that and has been so healing for me. And it has been so life-changing. And so this is a place where you are welcome to join if you are working on healing trauma, your trauma, your ability to heal that, your whatever you need to bring into the space is safe here. So this is a place that is safe to come into if you want to work with this to bring healing into any trauma you may have experienced in your womb. And this is a journey of empowerment. So if that is you, if you have experienced trauma with your womb, this work is so empowering to connect back into your body, to connect back into your womb, into your pussy, into your sexuality. All right. Early bird access is open now. All that information is going to be available for you. Wherever you're watching this, that information is going to be in the email or the caption or however you're watching this video. All the information signed up for early bird is going to be available. And if you have any questions, please absolutely reach out to me. We can chat. We can talk through if this is the right fit for you. There is also an optional add-on one-on-one component where you can do some one-on-one sessions with me, which is incredibly helpful if, for example, you do feel like you want to do some really deep individual healing with trauma or with just feeling disconnected with your sexuality and you want some one-on-one time. There is an option to add that on as well. I am so excited for this group. I am going to keep the group within 10, like relatively small, 10 to 12 people. So please, if you are interested, get in fast, get in when you can, get in, let me know you're interested, sign up so that you get a spot because I will be keeping the group really intentionally to a smaller size because this is such deep work, because this is such intimate work. I want it to be a really intimate, beautiful space where I have the ability to connect in with every single woman who is here or who is in the group, and give every single woman individual support within the group space as well, like within our group calls, within Telegram and all of it. So if you want to be part of the group, please sign up or reach out if you have any questions before you sign up. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to lead this journey into reconnection to sacred sexuality and to opening the beautiful, sacred, divine portal of the womb space. This is going to be such a beautiful, beautiful offering of love to the world from each of us, from every single woman who joins this container with me. We are working together to heal ourselves and to heal the world. And so that is some of the most sacred work we can do. All right. So it is. Sending you a lot of love. And if you have any questions, send me an email and my email will be available for you as well, wherever you're watching this. Okay. And so it is.